If this is your first time seeing me, then welcome. My name is Rob Wells, and I build multi-million-dollar businesses, baby. And I teach people how to transform their mind so they can have, obtain, and create whatever they want on this planet. So what does that mean for you? I'm going to teach you how to automate millions for your purposeful transformation. So get amped, get pumped up. We're talking about boundaries. Your boundaries, why they are so important. You have to get a hold of the balancing of your boundaries and the protection of your boundaries. Why? Because if you are not balanced in what you do, you are going to tip over. If you don't protect who you are going to tip over. And I want you to stay up. I don't want you falling all over the place. Just not yet. Maybe after 20 videos, then you can fall over. But right now, I want you to understand the balancing act of who you are. So if you are just getting started out as an entrepreneur, you don't have balance. You are going for it. If you have a family like me, it's a little bit different. You have to set up boundaries, because when you are an entrepreneur, when you are going for what it is inside of you, then your time starts to change. You start to see things different than most people, but entrepreneurs see things different while most people see things in a linear fashion. And what I mean by that is, I'm going to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to go to this job and I'm going to be miserable all day long. As an entrepreneur, when you're just getting started out, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be miserable all day long because I got to work. I got to understand this thing. But it's different though. When most people clock out from a job, entrepreneurs don't clock out from a job. So that means you have to set up boundaries for yourself. What's the point of creating all of this money? Rob, you talk about money all the time. You talk about having money and generational wealth. Yes, but there's a balancing act to that. If your health starts to deteriorate, then you don't have a great life. If you're making all of this money, but you have no friends, you don't have a balanced life. If you are every single day working towards your dreams, but you don't spend time with your family, your immediate family, you don't have a life. That's where the balance comes into play. That's where you need to understand, I have this thing in my hand, but I need to balance it. For me, when I was starting my first business, my first big business, I started many businesses before that, but when I first started my big business that grossed over $5 million, a friend of mine was staying with me. And what we did every day was, the first thing we did when we woke up, we were talking about business. We went out and built the business, and he was staying with me for an entire month. So after we got done with the business in the morning and the business during the daytime, we were still talking about business. But I did something different. I had to tell him, dude, I got a family. I have a wife and I have a son. And I think at the time my son was maybe 1.5. So I had to work 12, 16-hour days. But I still had to balance being a husband. I still had to balance going to the gym. I still had to balance being a father. I still had to balance these things. And for my friend, my business partner at the time, he was young. He was in his early 20s, so he didn't have a family. He didn't have the extra things, so he didn't understand when I said, when I get home at this time, after we start talking from this time to this time, I'm done. I want to go watch anime. I want to go spend time with my family. I want to go play some games for a little bit. I want to do something a little different than just business all day, because I have these boundaries. because I want to see these other things in my life grow. Not just the business, not just the money. It's important, very important, but I have other things in my life. I have to set up these boundaries from this time to this time where it's just family. If I'm not doing that, then I can't do this. It's not for me. And he didn't understand that. It took him weeks to understand that. Then he finally understood it. He was like, oh, okay. From this time to this time, Rob, he can't be disturbed because he's with his family. He couldn't understand it. As soon as we walked in the door on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm done with work. I'm done with talking about $1 million dreams. I'm done with all of that. Family, focus, done. Here, this is where I'm at right now. For the next 3 to 4 hours, this is all I have. This is the only time that I have to dedicate to my family. So this is my boundaries. My phone is off. I'm not doing anything else except be with my family at this time. And for you, when you are building a business, it's so much work. People always say it's so easy, it's so easy, it's so easy. After weeks, months, and sometimes even years, yes, it starts to become easy. After you plant all of these seeds, it starts to become easy, but you got to be skilled. And in that time of balancing who you are, it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard for you to balance who you are and who you are becoming, because we are always evolving to the next person that we are. But on your road to becoming the entrepreneur that can generate $1 million a year, on the road to becoming the person who wakes up with purpose on their mind, there's a transitional period. And what you have to do here and now is set up boundaries for yourself. What most people do is they wait until they become the person and then set up the boundaries. What I'm doing for you in these videos is I'm teaching you how to set up who you are right now. So when you become the person, when you transform into the person, I'm talking about a metamorphosis. When you become that person, all of your life and everything that you set up will be balanced. Now is the protection part. Protecting who you are. Setting up boundaries for people who do not understand you. Someone that is an entrepreneur, someone that is going for more in their life. And maybe you're not an entrepreneur and you're watching this, that's fine. You want to build money on the side. You want to learn how money works. You want to start a small business, which is still an entrepreneur. You want to do something very small, but you know you're different. That's fine. You got to protect who you are because you're a different person. If you're watching me, you see I'm a character. Yeah. I'm a different person. I'm a different type of person. But I understood who I was a long time ago. And it takes time to understand who you are. In order for you to become the person that you are truly meant to be, that beautiful transformation, you have to set up the boundaries of protecting your dreams. Your dream is so important, but it's important to you. It's not important to me. I want to help you get there. I'm laying out the blueprint for you to walk into your purpose, for you to walk into your dreams. But your dream is not important to me. Your dream is important to you. Does it hurt? It's the same thing for me. The people that are watching me, they're watching me because I set up boundaries a long time ago to set up my dream. But my dream is to make sure your dream is on fire. There's a vision that comes with your dream. There's goals that come with your dream. And what happens is most of us start to tell everybody about our dreams. Like, hey, look at the vision that God gave me. I'm about to walk into my purpose. Look at me. And what you're going to find out is people, they're not going to understand you. People are not going to support you. People are going to let you down and try to deter you from your dreams. Like throw salt all at you. Boop, boop, boop. And what you have to do is you have to protect that dream. You have to protect that purpose. You have to protect all of you. How do you do that? One thing is you are careful who you hang around with. You are careful who you tell your dreams to. And you do not care about what people say very hard, because people's words hurt. I don't care who you are on this planet. When you are going for your goals, people are going to talk down on you. And when you see somebody's word, let's say I caption like you suck, or that's not good, you're not good enough, you're never going to get to your dreams, your goals suck, all of these different things. If you let that down into your subconscious, it's going to be very hard for you to build yourself back up, to build yourself all the way up to the point where you can let your energy back out, let who you are back out. That's why I always talk about transformation, because transformation is so important. Because once you understand transformation, you start to understand that your dreams, they're always evolving. Your goals are always going to be evolving. You're going to get to that $1 million goal. You are going to obtain all of these different things, but you are always going to be going through transformation. And that is the important part, but you have to protect it. Understanding the balancing act of your life. And I'm not talking about the balancing of I need to wake up at this time to do this, to do this. No. Balancing what's important to you and protecting what is important to you. When you couple those two together, you will become a beast. You will be in the mode of automating millions for your purposeful transformation. Stay amped.